Hey, allegedly, boo, how you doing? I hope you've been having a good week so far. Honey, thank y'all for the thumbs up. Hey, Key. Girl, I made your ass one now. I ain't got time for y'all. Anyway, y'all petty acting asses. Hey, Tamika. What's going on, boo? Tamika, you know what? This is my first time seeing you, girl. You been on here all these years with no goddamn. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can cut off my internet. Y'all know how I do. Not my internet, my Wi-Fi. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? You so crazy, Key. Key, y'all ain't gonna have me out there in Jersey acting a fool. Hey, Miss LA. Hey, Grady, baby. How you doing, girl? I just came on here to be a little petty today and see what y'all asses was up to. Are y'all able to hear me? Because I cut off my internet, so I don't know if y'all can hear what I'm saying or not. Give me a quick yes or a one if y'all can hear me. Y'all ass back can't hear, bitch. Hey, Miami Popo. Okay, thank you, boo. All right. Anyway, I'm just being petty here. What you say? You 10 minutes away from New York, girl? I am not. Hey, Jinx, how you doing? I am not gonna be playing with you up there in Jersey with all them smart mouth ass people. But no, I get along with Jersey people for some reason. I love that straightforwardness and sarcasm. I like it. It's, that's my vibe. What's up, the Creole boo? How you doing? Miami, I really did, y'all. I cannot even, bitch. Just know. I cannot even really explain to y'all how much relaxation I got, how well fed I was. I still got pictures of food y'all hadn't even seen in my motherfucking phone. That's how much I ate. And then it was something that I had the nerves not to even take pictures of. So imagine that, honey. Hey, Melissa, how you doing? Let me see. I'm trying to show message chat. Thank you, moderator. Appreciate you. And she said, you fit right. Miami Popo, well, I'm going to tell you. It was quite a few of us. I think Grady Baby. That was her first cruise, if I'm not mistaken. It wasn't Grady Baby. I think that it was a few people first cruise that went with us. And they'll have to tell you themselves, okay? Like, it was like that for real. It was like that. Y'all, it is not cheap by no means. It is not cheap, but it's worth every motherfucking penny. Do you hear me? Grandma was ready. Grandma said, I might get seasick. She didn't even know we was drinking so much Moet. She didn't even know she had left Miami. By the time somebody told her and she turned around, she was like, huh? Child, we had a funky good time, y'all. And if you haven't went on a cruise, I would suggest, me personally, that you pick one that's like that, that's all inclusive, to you don't have to worry about being held up on the boat at the end. Ain't nobody trying to hold you down and dump you upside down and get all your coins out your pocket. Child, I'm telling y'all really, really should try it. Okay? You have to be a tidbit, know how to act. Okay? Not you don't have to be classy based, but it'll help. You have to know how to act and conduct yourself. But other than that, it was a funky good time, y'all. Like this video. Don't come up in here hating because we couldn't find a library. Okay. Grandma said, I'm trying to get kidnapped by a kingpin down there in the Keys, baby. In the Keys, honey. It was worth every penny. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And the thing about it is, It's not no nickel and dime in your ass when you get on there. Ain't nobody pressuring you. Like you got to do. Y'all really need to try that shit out for real. Now, if you haven't been on one before and you don't want no surprises at the end, you need to make sure you go on a trip that's all inclusive. It wasn't one restaurant. And when I mean, I think I said it before about getting turned around at the restaurants, because that was because it was too packed. We didn't have to pay for not one fucking restaurant on the entire ship. Not one restaurant on that ship said you have to buy your dinner here. Not one. Bitch, it was free ice cream, free candy, free cake, free dessert, free burgers, free tacos. Bitch, everything. I had motherfuckers building me goddamn salads from scratch. Fresh salad bar. All, y'all, it was a crying shame. They had fruit bowls, fruit bento boxes, fruit. Them folks showed their ass. I don't know who the fuck made him sit down and say, you know what? We gonna set this and we gonna get them all of this. But that motherfucker did the damn thing. Go ahead. I got 20 solid haters in here. Ain't no motherfucking way. It's 20 people that coming in my motherfucking video just because it's Deanna. I don't even show you face. So if you coming in here to hate on me, why is that? Make that make sense. Huh? Tips and gratuities included, baby. They didn't even act like they was wanting you to want to ask you for a tip. They didn't even linger around your ass after. You literally would have to stop them if you wanted to give them something. You would have had to stop them and hey, here, because they didn't already dropped you your shit and walked the fuck off. Okay, wasn't no hassling. Now I didn't find no library. I did find a place and it was an open spot, y'all. They got a whole spot where they got games. They had motherfucking crafting on the boat. Them motherfuckers was on the boat doing making bracelets and all kind. Bitch, I'm telling you, whatever you had in mind or whatever type of person you are, it was something for your ass to do. It was something. They had karaoke in private rooms. Then they had karaoke with every motherfucking body. When I say them folks was cutting up and singing their asses off, it was one white girl was singing her ass off, baby. We know we in her shots with her family and them, because we was all behind her ass being her backup dancers and shit. She ain't even asked for none, okay? We was backup dancers and everything. Yeah. Room service all day, all night, girl. Bitch, you could go and sit on the top of the boat behind the captain, bitch, and order you something to eat, and they was gonna come bring it to you. I'm like, what the hell? Now, when they say they ain't had no more room for your ass, they wasn't scared to tell you. I will give them that. They'll turn your ass around in a minute. I got turned around at quite a few because I didn't make reservations personally. But if I had went back later, probably maybe 45 minutes later after people start leaving, you would have get in because of course then they're not gonna actually turn you around. They just turn you around because they have so many reservations and so many people in there. But if you come back later and they got room, you all in, baby. Bye. It was a shame. Parties all over the boat all motherfucking day long. You had to find their asses sometime. But then that Scarlet Night party, they asses, they started us from the stairwell. They took us on through another room where we had to stop and twerk for champagne to the back dock. Then they went back up front. And no matter where you were standing there chilling, a show might just pop off where you at. Like, now they did do that. I did like that part because you'll never notice. Like all of a sudden, you just see a whole bunch of them gather around, and then they'll just pop off some shit back there, doing all kind of games, quizzes. I'm gonna have to upload the one. Food Junkie was actually in one of the games. We was playing charades. That shit was so fucking funny. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, that shit was a good goddamn time. Honey, your daughters is begging me to take him on a cruise, just us girls. Honey, you're an excellent swimmer, but I don't know about a cruise ship. You really need to try mahogany. You ain't gonna have to get off in that water. I don't know about that. I don't swim, so I don't play. No, I don't play with water. Okay. The furthest I went on the beach, that I don't even think the I didn't get it. I didn't get deep enough in the water for the water to touch my ankles. It was just mere past my feet, baby. I ain't got time. I don't play with it, child. I don't know how to swim. But you should go though. Mm-mm. What'd you say? Win real money in the casino? Yes. And then they had some like game. I think some people won like, was it $1,000 or it was a? I think they won 1,000 or close to it, and they paid $25 to get in the game, and they literally just tapping their fucking screen. Who could tap your screen the fastest? I know much as y'all be over here arguing with bitches in the chat, that would have been a perfect game for y'all, honey. Yeah, it's a casino on a cruise ship. It was a casino on Carnival. But they casino on their cruise ship, bitch, for smokers such as myself. They even got a smoking room in they goddamn casino, bitch. Oh, they got it going on. They got a bar in their casino. They didn't have that on Carnival. They had a bar in the casino. They waiting on you. Now you couldn't eat in the casino. There was one place you couldn't order no food, but you could order your drinks in there, honey. Yeah, I stick a toe in. I had a toe in to me. It did. It was sinking down, and then I had to stand back up a little bit, try to move around. What's up, Voodoo? Try to stand back up, move around, honey. The skin was child key. Y'all ought to see the tan. I got a tan. It's something terrible. V told me I had on two different outfits. Now, V and Josh both telling you need to put on a shirt. I didn't want to put on no shirt because I didn't want nothing touching my skin, but I didn't realize it then. And Food Junk and them had jinx me taking say you might have get sunburn. And I'm like, black folks don't get sunburn. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, bitch. I was two different colors out there. I'll show y'all a picture of my sunburn. It was a mess. I still got it, but yeah. So I'm a whole different color now, child. I hope this shit wet off of me. I can't take it. Cause I'm so dark, honey. I don't swim in the ocean anymore, only pool. See, I don't swim, period. Did I see Ronnie Q? Hey, Ronnie Q, boo. Hershey Kisses, that food was delicious, girl. It was. I'm not gonna lie. It really was. Even the stuff that I thought was strange. Now, I didn't do the test kitchen. I'm not that grown yet, okay? But even the other stuff that I thought was kind of, like, how that might take, that shit was good. I know, okay, so we country. We done had shrimp and grits. Bitch, we know how to do the shrimp and grits. I got some aloe, Melissa. I've been putting it on there, boo. Thank you. I got my little plan. I broke off some and put me rub down, child. Cause baby, it started itching me, honey. But what I was telling you, okay, so y'all already know we done had shrimp and grits, right? I mean, that's nothing. Small thing to a giant. Girl, these motherfuckers come out there with some fish on top of the grits, bitch. And when I say that fish tasted like a shrimp, it was like big and plump and juicy. And at first I'm looking at it like, I don't know how they gonna taste. Child. Oh, Josh ordered that shit. I had to make sure I got me one. I said, baby, honey, it wasn't even a shrimp. It was some type of fish and grits, y'all. It was a fish that they had on there, and it was, I don't know. They had the name of it. Of course, that I don't have time for that. But excuse me, they was feeding folks salmon, shrimp, fish, all kind of fish. They didn't cook the fish and way you could think they could cook it. Uh, Lamb, steak, chicken. And then when we got to the motherfucking island, honey, them bitches had the nerve to cook us some motherfucking jerk chicken. And when I say that shit was melting in my mouth. Oh Lord, I'm thinking about it all over again. Wait a minute, y'all. Give me a moment of silence, child. Baby, they on them cutting up watermelon and cucumber and bitch, I ain't never thought in my life that I put watermelon and cucumber together, and I like both of them. I said, oh hell no, honey, they spoil me. I don't know what kind of shit. I'm telling y'all, that trip. Even if you didn't know what was going on, once you caught on, cause it don't take long to catch on. It's only so many times you gonna look around and see like, they ain't did this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, baby, by the time you catch on, it's on and popping. Up and through that bitch. We went. Okay. Hey V Boo. Girl, I'm still talking about my vacation, V. I can't believe how they treated us on that boat, honey. That fresh salad on the beach was right on time. Girl, wasn't it? And it was good. It was so good. She said, I still feel spoiled. We was spoiled on that trip, wasn't it, V? Them people really spoiled you. It was just too nice. I'm talking about old great baby, her ass. She said at the beginning of the trip, she was like, all these smiles and greeting. Baby, they had permanent smiles on their face. They did treat us good. They had permanent smiles on their face, y'all. It was like, you need this, you need that, bitch. They was talking and smiling, and their lips wasn't even fucking moving. That's type service I be liking, honey. Treat me, honey, and I treat you, babe. Treat me. What you say? You don't want to go home, V? I need to be still in Florida with you, girl. Honey, I should have stayed. I should have let y'all kidnap me, girl. Jumped on in the car with y'all asses, and then honey, I ain't gonna lie. They started at the hotel. They treated us good. We got drunk at the hotel before and after. Before and after, baby. I might, I might switch and look around and see if some other hotels doing it like that. But okay, Fia and Food Junkie had the beach fashions and a chokehold, baby. Hey, Food Junkie boo. Of course, V. You know we is, honey. You know we is. We hadn't already made that decision, baby. We're like, oh yeah, y'all gonna see us again. Y'all will see us again. Okay, please and thank you. I appreciate your courtesy and your kindness, y'all. I had some. Oh Lord, I can't even think of what all I had. Now I know one of the pictures, y'all. It looked like, um, well, it is, but it looked like egg with yellow yolk on top of it, on top of some barbecue sauce. That's actually a taco. That shit was good as a motherfucker. That shit was good. My burgers was good. All my fruits was fresh. And then they have it so like you can literally walk, grab you a banana, orange, keep on pushing, take it back to your room, whatever, whatever. Grab fresh salads out every day. Did y'all see that they had like a charcuterie board in them bento boxes? I got one of them. I tried that. It had pastrami, cheese, crackers, them little long pretzel crackers. Baby, I showed my ass on that. I'm telling y'all, when I ate, I ain't got to eat the rest of this motherfucking year. Honey, I'm ready to go to. I couldn't find the library key. Every hidden cubby hole that I found, it wasn't a book in it. Child, they had some records. Mm-mm. They ain't had no books, child. Tamika, girl, you are definitely welcome. Y'all, it was, but you know, I had did this one and kind of exclusive, so it was probably a few people that wasn't able to make it that was invited because y'all know how I am. I'm funny. I'm old funny acting bitch, okay? You know, when it comes to the company you keep. Because we was all really, everybody was in good spirits. And it did, I don't know how other people do it, but This wasn't no trip where I had no free room or somebody else was doing that. We ain't do all that, okay? Everybody, a group of grown adults, okay, decided to get together and pay their own way. So we didn't have no magnificent, you know what I'm saying, shit going on like they turned Jay Wilson into a what you call it? An agent, as I should say. You know, he was an agent for a short time. We ain't gonna forget. But it wasn't like that. We are literally grown people that got together, decided if we was gonna go or not, paid our way to go. You know what? We couldn't even muscle up the nerve to get on here in bed. We made a plan. We said we gonna bed. We gonna bed. We got to get on here in bed. And we still couldn't do it. It's just not in our spirit. First off, it was nothing to beg for because if you didn't have no money, you didn't need no money. But 20 times out of nine, all us had motherfucking money anyway. But it's just like, I don't see how some of y'all get on here and ask for shit. Like, that shit really do something to me. I just ain't got it in my spirit. I don't know. I couldn't believe it. Now, if somebody had a tipped the bitch, it would have been great. But I just couldn't find it in my spirit how these people get on here and like really be. I was like, you know what? Let me know the type of people that's really out here in this motherfucking sector. Cause y'all would have easily let somebody try to pay for that trip. Y'all would have been out here bragging on the next bitch pocket, talking about, ooh, I got a sponsor. I got a sponsor. And can't nobody brag and say, ooh, I paid my own motherfucking way. You know, it's weird, but hey, please like this video. Don't tell me I got 33 haters in here. And y'all find out that I don't like crowds and being, oh, Lord. Honey, let me tell you. If Food Junk ain't wait on 2, 3 elevators before he got on that motherfucker, do you hear me? Honey, and then here go Josh with the petty shit. I find the workout room, they got a nice ass workout room where you able to work out and you can either look onto the swimming pool where everybody, you know, out chilling on the deck, or you can look out into the ocean and work out. But y'all know on Carnival, when I went into the what you call that? Like the sauna and stuff on Carnival, I got sick. So Josh goes in. I walk in there, right, because I want to see everything, of course. This motherfucker bust out, I'm like, Food Junk, I ain't finna touch you. You can come on up out of here because you got sick last time. Which he ain't lie. So I left back up out of there. But it was nice as fuck too. It didn't give me that vibe. Now, what I do like about their saunas and stuff, it's not open to everybody go in there. They literally have a certain amount of people that they let in there. You have to make your appointment, book your time to go in there. So, you know, so they'll have time enough for that, I guess, to do what they got to do after each person go in there. But honey, yeah, and I hate that shit. Also, people just beg, child, I don't know how to get it in it. I don't know how to get it in it. I prepaid my cruise. Honey, listen, child, we prepaid our cruise with Carnival. And I ended up paying more for Carnival than I did for Virgin. And I was still left to have to pay for stuff when I got on Carnival, certain stuff that if I wanted to do. And I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's fair at all. Why you got to tell me I can't go up in this motherfucking restaurant unless, no, I don't like that. So, yeah, that's where they won me over here, honey. She said, let me watch Food Junkie and here, wait, and here am I talking about you look so good with a shirt. Have you in a wrong water? Never mind, honey. We'll be beat my ass. No fights, honey. Everyone who came was lovely. Deanna, Josh, Food Junkie brought me drinks. Trying to get V to drink, honey. She had V don't drink, child. She'll sip a little bit. She'll try sip or something, but she ain't finna drink nothing, honey. But us on the other hand, baby, we were throwing them back. Oh, and we didn't put all this money on this motherfucker to drink. We got to see how we gonna be able to drink it, and we got to make sure we handle this accordingly, honey. Smooth sailing and tie, and I came back with money. Great baby said, and I came back with it. That's the most important part, okay? That is the most important. You do not want to come back and have to move out of your house, okay, off a vacation. That is not a vacation. That is a life changing, stress bombing move. Do not do it. Mm-mm. Fuck around, look at me, and owe your rent. Y'all know, honey. Why would I cancel it, running Q? I ain't canceling. I just said what I said. I invited the people who wanted to go. If they wanted to go, they could have, I gave them the information. And I left it at that. It wasn't nothing out here like I had to, I wouldn't go, I didn't, listen, regardless of how country I am and ignorant, y'all, they say I am and this, that, and the third, I do have pride, okay? I knew, first off, I wasn't going to get nothing out of it if somebody decided to go or not. I knew I was still going. So I wasn't in a position like Jay Wilson where I had to come out here and advertise, nor Tracy, nor whoever else. Okay. I didn't have to come out here and advertise, nor SB. I don't rock like him either. Because even though he do his shit behind the scenes, they all still going through him and through his connects and who he tell them to call for here and to stay there. And listen, everybody that went on my trip stayed where the hell they chose to stay. Okay. Now we was all as a collective was invited. Hey, y'all come over here. Hey, y'all come over here. We come over there. Oh shit, y'all. Hold on. They gonna call right back because yeah. Anyway, so it wasn't like yeah, it wasn't like, I just kept up with nobody. I just basically, let people know, hey, this is it, this is that and the other. Now when it got closer, I checked in with, who all was gonna go, and we all knew who was gonna be a part of what then. But before that, it's nothing like, no, like we ain't stayed on no same floor, nothing like that. But since we had such a great time amongst ourselves, we may amongst ourselves do things differently. But yeah, girl, I'm telling you, I ain't talk about it every day and lie about the play. uh-uh. Matter of fact, I got more quiet about it after I had said it the first few times. That was a wrap. You like my grandma always told me, you can't spend nobody else's money. Okay. Some of people I learned on this sector they ain't taught that, but you can't always spend somebody else, man. And out of $450 drink package, I left with only $4 behind. I was feeling good. Oh, I left them $6.86. $6.86. I was mad about that. I was trying to see if we could try to put that together. Like, can y'all just tap, tap? You can do us a little double tap, tap right quick. But yeah, honey. No, Randy Q, it wasn't cancer, girl. But like I said, it was a good vibe when we bumped into each other. And that's how it was too, y'all. It was crazy. Okay, so we had our days where we might, be like link up, for sure, for sure. But for the most part, how we was hanging out, we was literally bumping into each other. And then we were like, okay, we all go from there. Boom. Then when somebody get tired, they go. When somebody else get tired, they go, or whatever they feel like. If they ain't tired, they feel like they want to do something else, they peel off. And no hard feelings. We bump into each other again. You might be over here doing something. Now everybody might just so happen to be going to the same place. But we had a ball, honey. And everywhere you sat down with, it was some motherfucking action. Now I did like they live band. They have a live band throughout the whole thing. That shit was nice. Um, It was just really nice. Like I said, I'm gonna be number one for them. I do have to try another one simply because I done already paid my money. But my heart is already where it's at, okay? Because I know ain't nobody gonna treat me like they treated me, okay? And when y'all go, don't be stingy. Take you at least, $100 worth of loose little change, So if somebody, you feel like going over and beyond, you can treat them nice. It don't hurt to tip. It ain't like you can't tip, but you're not forced to tip, okay? But it was some people that was like, okay, yeah, they deserve a tip, and you might have felt like that. So that's why I say that, honey. We didn't need to beg. I crashed food junkie. And D had a reservation. Sure did. V was able to get in on our reservations, and she was able to get in on food junk reservations. I tried to get in on food junk reservations. I couldn't get in, baby. And then I tried to go to the wait during brunch time, and I couldn't get in. So, like I said, it might be a hit or a miss if your ass able to get in or not. Uppity, the library was actually non-existent. I looked and I found little, cubby holes here and there. None of them. I don't know how he found that library. I'm starting to think he brought that motherfucker with him. Seriously. I don't think it could have been Yeah, it was a perfect combination, boo. I think it was too. We got off the boat, girl. Come on now. We got off the boat, child. So we got off the boat. Let me tell y'all what happened, what I did, honey. It was hotter than two bitches in the whole house. Okay? I got dressed. I got off that boat. I walked to the end of that pier. And I got my ass back on that motherfucking boat. By the time V them came down, oh, let me tell you, some shit went down too. So by the time V them came down, they was meeting me getting back on the boat. So we out there talking. And I had to stop because they was cutting off, right? So we out there talking, honey. And it started pouring down rain. I'm talking about pouring down rain, but it don't rain for long over there. It probably give you a good hot, 5 minutes of rain, 5 to 7 minutes. We went to Key West and Beanie Me, Bahamas. Shan. Hey, boo. Hey, Lena. And so, okay, food junkie. Shan don't be wanting food with us, honey. They sent me to my room once. I wasn't mad. I plopped down in my hammock. It swayed in the wind. Look, baby, that's what I said too. When they would turn me around, girl, I ain't care. Baby, my big fat ass had just got through eating. I was just gonna try it, honey, because I was in there. And that's what I hate. But you know what? They know better. Because at first I was like, dang, they ought to give motherfucker to go plates, bitch. And then I thought about it, I was like, and you ain't gonna go back and retry to eat no shit. They had them rooms full of motherfucking to go plates. Them folks ain't crazy. So I think that they probably did right by not doing the to go plates. But yeah, that's what had happened, child. Uh V, she was talking about the the library. Jay Wilson found him old nasty piece of library. Child, hello, you say how you doing, boo? It was. It was. We is. I'm gonna let Shan ass know. I'm gonna let her ass know next time. But y'all better try it. I don't care when y'all try it. Y'all better try it. Get your coin together. Get your hustle up. I know y'all got big boy sponsors, but I don't know. Y'all might. I don't know. Y'all might. Some of them might pass, but I don't know. Some of y'all might not make it, baby. It was so hot getting on that ship, honey. I had to get naked in that hammock. Look, I'm telling y'all. Hold on. My bad, y'all. That was a text that I had to answer. Okay. Anyway, yes, and so start local cruise. I'm going to start local. Listen, up the a lot of cruise you can just check with them because some of the cruise ships you can take your birth certificate. You don't technically have to have a passport, but what I will tell you is in September that Virgin is supposed to be leaving out of New York, bitch. That's what you need to try to get on. hmm I think they leave out of New York every few years, every 2 years or something. They supposed to be leaving out of New York next. But Liz, cruise crew, my husband said, "Hey, hey, hubby, how you doing?" Chad, we up here talking about our cruise, honey. And I don't see how some of y'all be going on them cruises and be sitting all together in one spot looking at daggone YouTube. I was so shocked. I couldn't first off, I could see the title of shit, but it was Facebook. My Facebook was working. So I went over there to the Facebook chat and was posting my little stuff. But I don't see y'all really be going on these ships paying for these packages. Y'all gotta be paying for them to watch YouTube, and then y'all pop up on live, and then everybody sitting up there in one spot, and we all together. Like what? You ain't finna spend my money and tell me I got to sit here with your ass all goddamn day. You got me fucked up. I'm sorry. That's not even an option. I'm not. I can't. I can't. My body won't let me. Okay. Now, even if I choose to go to my room, it's not just gonna be I gotta meet you here every day this time soon we wake up so we can go find a spot for 1,700 of us to sit down there and look at each other. No, I don't see how y'all do that. Y'all ain't went on the right cruise yet. I'm telling y'all, that's what it is. Y'all ain't went on the right cruise yet. Y'all being bored. Honey, go spend your change, honey. Forget them $200-300 cruises. Forget them $1,500 cruises. Just go on, spend your money now. You won't regret. You need to experience some relaxation and luxury in your life. No, they had no agendas. The agendas was made as we just moved around. Okay. And one day I might see them, one day I might not see them at all. It was it. I mean, it wasn't no hard feelings, but it just is what it is. Everybody was enjoying themselves. You know, we knew like if we want to get in touch with each other, we knew how to do that. But yeah, or it was more like we gonna do this. We'll probably be over here, so, and everybody might look at the message. If they decide to do it, they might pop up there. Yeah, okay. They might pop up there, and if not, they don't. Then they might pop up somewhere else. Child, we would run to each other. Me and V had then came out the restaurant. Josh left our asses. By the time me and V leave the restaurant, we bumped in the food junk at his husband. We go there. V done dipped off. By the time we hit a block and come back, we done bumped into V again. Shit. That's exactly how it was. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun. No pressure to do it right. Right. None whatsoever, child. Hey Liz, how you doing, boo? So yeah. Y'all must experience it, like I said. I'm gonna try this other cruise here, and I'm just with it right now. I might be shocked But after that, that's gonna pretty hard to beat though, for real, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't that's gonna be pretty hard to beat. Now I met some people on there. Oh y'all, all the motherfucking YouTubers that do the goddamn do the Virgin Voyages reviews, damn near all of them was on the motherfucking cruise. I met Phil and D. I met, oh y'all, I called her the wrong name by mistake too. Yeah. But anyway, she ain't say nothing, but so I guess she probably figured that, I made a mistake. But what's her name? I forgot it now. I know I made a mistake and called her Bianca, but Bianca is not her name. Her name is I forgot. It'll come to me anyway. But I met her. It was another guy on there that do the reviews for Virgin. He was on there. I said, damn, they must be getting free cruises or something. But I could see how some of these lonely people travel because they don't have an outside life. They couldn't have. They couldn't have. Because we showed out. I ain't gonna lie. We showed out in Florida. It was a lot that wasn't recorded, but it was all a good motherfucking time. I could tell you that. I actually had a really good time, honey. They must be getting them free up the way they doing them. The girl that I cannot for some reason say her name, I'm gonna share her video, but I can't say her name. I can't think of it right now for some reason. She do a lot of reviews on them, and I met her over there when everybody was standing out. Like I said, they have a live band down in the middle part, right? So where everybody was just standing out talking and chilling, she was standing over there by the door, and I had saw her before, and I was like, me and Grady Bay was trying to figure out was that really her. But when I passed her that night and walked by, and I was like, "Oh hey," and I said, stopped and talked to her. She said, "Y'all actually had fun, didn't spend all your time going live for YouTube or hanging out in live." Yeah, yeah, TLC. I don't know. And I'm gonna tell you this: if I had a went live for YouTube, y'all wasn't gonna see nobody who was with me, like unless they was a YouTuber. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna be putting people on camera. You know what I'm saying? Not over here in this sector. Hell, motherfucking now. I wouldn't. If I had a went live, y'all probably would say something like the motherfucking ocean bitch, or I probably would have been showing some kind of scenery or some shit like that. I wouldn't be over there, swinging the camera around and everybody motherfucking face and know what type of time we on down here. Come on now. Now I ain't had time for that in a library, girl. I wish a motherfucker would lead me to a library. Where? We should try the European cruise destination soon. Virgin do those as well. You already, we gotta have first out. Let me tell y'all how. I don't know. You know how you meet different people, but in some sort of way you kind of think alike on some level. So we first had to decide, hey, do we want to try something else at this point? Okay. Because the horror stories we were hearing about these other cruises, and me personally only being on one other Carnival cruise, and I know how that worked, it went right. So I was like, first we had to decide if we wanted to do this. We was like, okay. Now next we got to decide when, because the first one was how long. Next we got to decide when and where. So yeah, we most definitely know that we gonna be doing that one again. Okay. It ain't no if, ands, or buts about it at this point because I didn't have to borrow no shoes. I didn't have to borrow no shirts, no cologne, no. We didn't even have to share a room. It was just some real grown folk shit. It was some real grown folk shit. I was loving it. Absolutely. And y'all, you know what else I learned about Miami? Miami said, think my voice is on one. It ain't on there, baby. I already put music on there. You can't hear it. Uh-huh. See there. You don't know nothing about me, greater baby. I'm learning, child. I'm learning. That's the one I had to put. They not like us. They can't hear you. Look, I done learned my shit now, girl. Listen, y'all, but they didn't have. I don't know. They if they did have a library, I just can't see where they would have or why. But if they did, I didn't find it. Okay, don't lie. You tried to borrow my flip flop one. I did, but you wouldn't let me, so I wasn't able to borrow none. Okay, I tried. I wasn't able to borrow them. I said, "Oh, let me get down. You know, I need some flip flop." Food junkie looked me up and down. We don't do that. Oh, okay. I was with the other people. I thought you at least share a shoe with a bitch. Okay. Old flip flop at least. But anyway, he was being stingy with his wardrobe, y'all. That's how he carry on his things. They had a pajama party. Ow, ow. We was cutting up. We had fun at the pajama party. I ain't getting none of that footage. None. Anyway, what else we did? It was some of everything. Yeah. They had what you call it? What they call it, y'all? Some kind of fancy night where everybody dressed up for no reason, honey. Y'all should have seen them folks. It was some dresses up in there, some dresses ups, some dresses down. It was some ass cheeks out, child. It was some everything going on down through that motherfucker. Do you hear me? It really was. Yeah, Food John was acting petty. I said, "That ain't how you treat no little sister now. What the hell? What the hell?" No, Scarlet Night was the night we had on all red. You know, they had fancy night after Scarlet Night, but they had so much going on. Can't nobody really keep up unless that's just all what you wanted to do. We wasn't just on that. You know what I'm saying? We was whatever the fuck we wanted to do, going with the flow type shit. So I had a fucking ball. But y'all, hold on, baby. I hope you coming to the house. Hold on, y'all. I got a text. I'm back. I had to keep up what's going on. What did what you say? Body positivity everywhere, honey. Yeah, that's the night that we went to the wake. Yeah, okay. See, we went the last night. Was it? Yeah, that was the night. No. Yeah, I don't know. I can't keep up. I don't think. I think fan. Don't make me lie. I don't know. Cause when y'all went to the wake, that's when we went to Extra Virgin, I think. And child, and they had that steak, and I was trying to get. That was Scarlet Night. Hmm. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I had to handle a little business here. Hey, Sean Sandridge. Hey, it look like I ain't seen that name in a long time. Is you the same Sean that was been around for like 6 years? I ain't seen you in a while. How you been doing? I don't think the last time I seen your daughter ought to be married for a couple of years now. Ain't it? Is that the same Sean or is it somebody else? But y'all, so maybe I might find a few more clips that I'm actually able to, share with you guys. I ain't got my editing down pat yet, but I do got it so you can't hear no voices in the video. So I have to break it. Has to be a bare minimum of what y'all can get. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It is what it is. Okay. Okay. Everything. Well, what Food Jake husband said. Everything ain't meant to be seen. Okay. So it is what it is. Period. Okay. How you been doing? Oh, bless your heart. Prayers with you, Sean. Prayers with you, hon. I'm sorry to hear that. I remember you though. I remembered you, honey. Hey, Barry, how you doing? Sure do, hon. See, it was a lot of people that's been missing in and out of here. And we had that slyway trying to keep up with y'all because a lot of them been passing on us too, honey. So I hope, just wish you blessings, baby. Wishing you blessings. But y'all, I'm finna get my tail off of here. I done kicked it with y'all for an hour. It wasn't even supposed to be that long. I done avoided a very important phone call with my phone company so we could discuss this phone bill. Okay. Honey. Because I don't know if I made a few calls over there because something was going on with my phone. And like all of a sudden, my time would jump on my phone, but it wasn't jumping on Josh's phone. And so it was crazy. So it was a lot going on, yeah. And that's what we got. So I gotta call them back, y'all. I post a video. Okay, okay, food junkie. Cause like I said, we got to watch what we show on here, honey. They be lurking, honey. They be lurking. But y'all have a great evening. Thank you, Barry. Y'all have a good evening, and I'm gonna be looking out for your videos you post too, Fuja, because you ain't post nothing. Yeah, let's see what you got over there, your hidden jewels, please. And thank you. Bye, y'all. Y'all have a good day.